All right. So I wanted to talk about um, some of the aspects of Skyrim that piss me off. Like one of them is that the game can be unbalanced if you don't level yourself up in a very specific way. Not that it's like a deal breaker, because it's not. It's just you have to be very careful with how you level up in the game, and all the Elder Scrolls games are like that. In fact, Skyrim so far is the best one about it. Actually, if you go back to Morrowind, it was horribly off balance. Like when you start off a game in Morrowind, I mean, you could lose a fist fight to like an old. You could be an orc fighter, level one. You could get your ass kicked by an old lady. You could have a weapon and she could still knock you out with her mitts, which happened to me a lot in that game. It's kind of funny, but anyways, like most of the NPCs in Skyrim, they scale with your character, so you have to be very careful how you level yourself. You want to focus on your combat abilities above everything else. And then like what I do is like if I start getting to where I start one hitting people, or I start just really kicking the shit out of everyone, that's when I'll start leveling up my crafting and stuff. And I'll do that for a couple, like 2-3 levels, and then I'll go back out and start fighting again and questing and stuff. And then once I start becoming a little more powerful than everyone, then I'll go back, start crafting or doing some magic and stuff. This character kind of slipped away from me. I had him balanced, but what happened was I started leveling up like illusion. This character's a great example of what not to do in Skyrim. I started leveling up my illusion. I started leveling up, my crafting stuff. Also, this is the lead. I think this is the leader of the bandit camp, and I have to be very careful with her. The one like right there, she's like working on something. I ran in and tried to fight her. She started chunking fireballs at my face because I installed a mod that makes the bandits a lot tougher. It puts more bandit camps in, more bandits, and it makes them a lot stronger. My character was already kind of getting behind already because I just focused on the wrong things. So you just want to be careful with that. And as another example, I made a fighter character just focused strictly on his combat abilities, and he's pretty much kicking the shit out of everyone. And I lost that character. I accidentally saved over him. But I'm kind of glad because he was too vanilla. He was like a Nord with heavy armor and sword and shield. Actually, it was a mace and a shield. And he was just getting to be like kind of OP. It was kind of pissing me off. It's like the game. It's like if you you can make this game really easy or really hard. Like if you just focus on one thing, you really got nothing to worry about. But it's like if you try to make a more complex character with more abilities, that's when the game starts giving you a lot of trouble and you start getting the shit kicked out of you. So you have to be very careful. It's a very delicate balance with these games, and they're all like it. Like this, Oblivion's like this, Morrowind's like this. Daggerfall not so much, if I remember right. I don't remember. I played Daggerfall in like 2011. But anyways, I didn't get through Daggerfall. But it's like I'm making 3 characters. I had a fighter. This is my thief character, and I'm gonna make a mage. And so far, the thief character is really fucking hard to play as. He's a thief with light armor. It's a very delicate balance. Yeah, here we go. See, look, she's getting ready to start chunking the fireballs, and I'm like, nope, denied. And that looks terrible. It looks like a slideshow. So I gotta figure out how to record this better. But anyways, for people, I don't know, like, this happens to a lot of people. They're doing good in the game, and then they start trying to raise their crafting like really fast. Don't do that. If you're gonna max out your crafting, like if you're just gonna take like however long it takes to just completely max out your crafting, like I would either wait till level 70 and just do it, because by then your combat abilities are gonna be so like badass. And I've done that before, and that worked out pretty well for me. And I just completely maxed out crafting like at level 70. I'm gonna shoot this guy right in the ass. Yep, almost. I missed. I hit him in the lower back, but I was aiming for the butt. But anyways, Or what you could do is you could level up your combat abilities, and then when you start becoming a little overpowered, or if you feel like where it's starting to get unbalanced in your favor, then get a couple levels in crafting. Because what can happen is you can get 3 or 4 levels in crafting, but your combat abilities haven't gone up, and then you leave town and like some bandit like just one hits you. Like, I mean, it's not that bad, but it can be. So that kind of sucks. Every time I level up from like something that isn't combat, I'm like, oh shit, like what's gonna happen now? Am I gonna start getting my ass kicked? And that's pretty much what happened with this character. So hopefully I can fix the situation. He seems to be getting a little more powerful. Oh god, this looks terrible. It looks like a slideshow. But yeah, it's kind of hard once you get to where things start. Once you get to where the game starts becoming unbalanced, like the creatures are too powerful, it can take a really long time to catch back up with the other characters. So you have to be very careful, and if it gets bad enough, you have to actually reduce the difficulty. But anyways, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Hopefully this video doesn't look like shit.